military style hilt on this one, but it can tell its own story in a way. You see the etching on the blade?
Yeah.
It's GR in the crown. Aye.
Yeah.
So a blade for government contract actually, but with a Highland hilt, and dating in style to about 1700, 1715, which coincidentally is the period before the first Highland regiment, Black Watch, and that Black Watch regiment was an amalgamation of the original independent companies. Of course, under clan chiefs in government pay, such as Grant's regiment, as you well know, and Munro's and Fraser's and others. But this sword seems to correspond period-wise and what we would expect of an officer, it's a quality blade, from an independent company soldier. And quite a good, I'm sure you've handled a few of these as well, but that's quite a good weight and balance.
Yeah.
So I got the sword first of Charles Stewart of Ardshiel to refurbish, and Charles Stewart of Ardshiel was Rob Roy's last opponent in single combat. I was the only swordsman to defeat him in single combat, and it resulted in a wound just under the chin here. A strong cut under the chin. Yeah, a good enough wound to end the encounter, because the old Highland way wasn't, well, unless it's in battle, it wasn't to death. I'm sure you know, it was the first good cut. First good cut, and that's what it was that ended that fight. McGregor. And so I got Ardshiel's sword to work on, and it was an older lassie in the Borders said, we've got a sword that's been in the family for some time, and it was handed down the direct line. And getting that to work on, I realised it was some historical significance. And it was Angus Grant, actually, old Angus, some years before, told me he knew the whereabouts of Rob Roy's sword, but I'd never moved on it to that time. I thought, well, it'd be quite special to get those two swords back together again. And I tracked it down to a local family in Moydart that had it, and my heart sank when I saw it, because it was at least the colour of this table, covered in rust from top to toe, because old Fark had passed on, and it was in a byre, half open to the elements. So I said, look, please let me refurbish this sympathetically, and I'll bring it back, which I did. And they said, oh, well, I'll only sit in the corner otherwise, you take it and tell stories with it, you know, and we'll get it back sometime. And it's been the most Highland contract in the world. Nothing written at all about it. And I'll ask them when I go back, I said, I've still got the sword, you want it back? Oh, you're fine, just see you next week. It's quite lovely, you know. So so that's the story behind this one. And I did find a contemporary account actually describing McGregor's sword. It described it as having a broad, stout blade.
It does,
Yeah.